Hey, what's up you guys, it's Core Casey here, coming at you with a new video because I'm going to Canada for spring break, so I wanted to get something out before then. In the background, you are listening to Laugh Tracks, Knocked Loose. Today's going to be all tapes, but I do have some CDs and tapes coming in while I'll be in Canada, so I'm going to talk about the 6 tapes I got and then 2 shows that I went to already this month. One of them's Downswing with K.O. Nashi, and the other one is Knocked Loose with Terror, Jesus Peace, and Year of the Knife. So we're going to start with some of the older stuff first. First thing I got was Prison with NGRI on tape. It's limited to 100. Comes on gold tape. So yeah, limited to 100. I got number 15 out of 100. If you don't know Prison, I mean, they're incredible. They're kind of like a Korn. Imagine like Korn and Slipknot mixed with it's just heavy. I don't know how else to describe it, but yeah. Next is Albert the Cannibal with None of Us Are Saints on cassette. These are limited to 50, and I got number 10. So it comes on clear tape. If y'all don't know who Albert the Cannibal is, oof, you're definitely missing out. They're that hits hard every time. They're a deathcore band, very hardcore inspired deathcore. Sounds really, really good. This entire EP is based off Albert Fish. I definitely recommend checking them out if you haven't already. So again, this is Albert the Cannibal with None of Us Are Saints on tape. Next is actually the first thing I'm going to show that's not core. This is Leah Bertucci with a long album that I don't know the entire name of. All That Is Solid Melts into Air. It's called All That Is Solid Melts into Air by Leah Bertucci. This is actually a harsh noise album. Really, really good stuff. It's very ambient style noise. I love it. I actually was just looking around on Discogs and happened to, or not Discogs, Bandcamp, and happened to find Metal Ether, which I ordered that one too. And for the love of Christ, I cannot get this back in. I have no clue if these are limited, but I highly recommend checking them out. Oh, it's upside down. Highly recommend checking this out. Again, this is Leah Bertucci with All That Is Solid Melts in the Air. Really, really ambient stuff. It's really interesting. Definitely check it out if you have a chance. If I remember, I'll link it in the comments. I doubt I will, though. These next 3 things are all things I got at the Knocked Loose show. Sorry about that, I got the hiccups. Along with this hoodie. It says Jesus Peace on the sleeve, and it's got the embroidered Jesus on it. These next 3 things are all tapes that I got while there. We're gonna go with the 2 Year the Knife tapes I got first, and Jesus Christ, this is falling apart. First is, they're both the same. This tape, it's called Ultimate Disease. These tapes are limited to 25 a piece, 25 of the clear and 25 of the pink, which I'll show you in a minute. So I got number 30 out of 50 because that's how they labeled these. They labeled them all out of 50. So Year of the Knife is hardcore, just heavy hardcore, just straight mosh music. I mean, it's heavy. It's really, really awesome live. I hadn't heard of them prior to this tour, and I'm glad I saw them because they were really, really good. I definitely recommend checking them out if you can. Again, things I'll try to link in the description, but will likely not do because I'm just gonna forget. Next is the pink variant, which I got number 11 out of 50. That's not gonna focus. So 11 out of 50 and 38 out of 50. So yeah, Year of the Knife with Ultimate Disease. So that's that. Then last but not least for the tapes, we have Jesus Peace. This is tape limited to 200 out of the pink, and it's pretty neato. It comes with a new song called Workhorse and Oppressor. Jesus Peace is just heavy stuff. I don't know how to really describe it other than sludgy metalcore, hardcore stuff. I mean, it's really good stuff. Definitely check them out. If I link it in the description, if not, you're searching it on your own because I'll probably forget. So, unfortunately, that's all I have as far as physicals to go through this time, but I will have hopefully 5 things to show off when I get back from Canada, unless I have time to go to a record store while I'm in Canada. Who knows? But we're gonna move on to the shows I went to. First one that I went to was March 1st. It was Downswing, Keonashi, Unity TX, some local rappers, and a couple other locals, and I can't remember the locals for some reason. And I feel really bad because all of the bands were really good. They were all really good, all hardcore, emo-ish, kind of hardcore. One of them was emo hardcore, or emo-ish style, hardcore, metalcore style. They're called the Sounding Sea. They were pretty good. I had never heard of them before, but they were enjoyable. I really loved the venue that it was at. It was at a place called J&J's Pizza in Denton, Texas, and it's a pizza store upstairs, hardcore venue downstairs. Really cool. The rappers weren't really my thing. I don't really like rap at all, so not really for me. Unity TX killed it as always. I mean, it was heavy, it was intense. Of course, I wasn't paying the most attention during them because I was busy looking at the stats for the Stars game. Really intense game from what I had heard, but it was good. I've seen Unity a couple times and they kill it every time, so I'll definitely make sure to link them in the description if I remember. If not, then that's on you to go find them. Keonashi was a band I'd heard of, never listened to them before. They were they did a split with Sabella a couple years ago, and I have that split, but I haven't listened to it. Never listened to Keonashi, and I regret that because they were not my favorite live. I don't know, maybe that I was just a little out of it at that point. I'm not sure, but I started listening to them a lot on Spotify after that, and I mean, they absolutely blew me away on record. I love them now. I really wish I had picked up merch from them, but other than that, which I could get up and get it, but I don't feel like getting up and getting it right now. But Downswing, absolutely incredible. I picked up the Downswing EP, which is over there. I just don't feel like getting up to get it right now, and that was my mistake for not thinking about that before I started this. But Downswing, Downswing is Downswing is really heavy, really good New York hardcore. I mean, they're insane. I mean, they kill live every time. I have the honor of seeing them again next month with with the Acacia strain, who I'm not a huge fan of, but I'm going for downswing and the locals. So yeah, that was it for that show. I mean, it was a good show. I had a blast. Definitely one of my favorites of the year, but good segue is Knocked Loose was the best show I've been to all year, and I think it'll hold up because other than maybe Bro Job and Luniform next month, I mean, Knocked Loose just blew me away. I'd seen them once at Warped Tour, but I was really looking forward to seeing them with like a Knocked Loose crowd versus a Warped Tour crowd of kids who maybe just didn't have another set to be at the time, or people that were just chilling at the Full Sail University stage. I'm not too sure on that. So all I know is they were at this really awesome venue in Deep Ellum, which is pretty much just, it's near where JFK got shot. It's like in that road that he got shot on runs through Deep Ellum. A lot of venues down there. It was at a venue called RBC. RBC is a, I mean, I've seen more punk style shows, punk hardcore style shows at RBC, and it fits really well with that place. We're gonna start with the locals. Combat was the only one on the show that was a local, and they were incredible. They're really heavy, really good way to start the show. If y'all don't know Cole from Knocked Loose, his other band called Torture Tomb is pretty much just Combat with Cole on vocals. I saw Torture Tomb when I saw These Streets last month. Really good stuff. And Combat killed it. I mean, they were really energetic. They got the crowd going. Everyone had a blast at that. I mean, they were a really good local to have open for Knocked Loose and everyone else. Year of the Knife was up next, and I had heard from Caleb that they were just straight mosh music, and I was excited for them because I didn't know exactly what to expect, but I'd heard a lot of good things. And they were heavy. I mean, they were just a lot of just really catchy breakdowns, just a lot of really heavy sections. Ooh, my bad. Good stuff. I absolutely loved it. I'm glad I got to see them, and I'm glad I picked up these 2 tapes with it. And yeah, I mean, they killed it. Definitely go and see Knocked Loose on this tour if you can. Next was Jesus Piece. I love Jesus Piece. Jesus Piece is really heavy, good stuff that Caleb told me about, and I finally got to see them live, and it was just about as I expected. I mean, the crowd was going crazy. A trash can broke during the set. I mean, it was nasty good. I mean, it was impressive. Next was Terror. They played before Knocked Loose played. Terror is a band that I didn't really care for on record. I think I had their most recent EP. I didn't really like it, so I sold it for like $5 or something. That's what I paid. So, yeah, they brought it. That's for sure. They brought it live. They were intense. They brought a lot of people. They got a lot of people up. They got a lot of people moving. They got the whole crowd moving. They got the pit was insane during Terror. The only off-putting thing is the fact that the vocalist looks like a middle school girls soccer coach. But hey, you know what? maybe that's what he does and he's not doing terror. Yelling at girls on the soccer field in middle school. Who knows? I regret not getting anything from terror, but I had limited funds because I already spent most of my tax refund. But last but not least was Knocked Loose, and Jesus Christ almighty, they... Whoo! That whole crowd is moving. There were 3 fights during Knocked Loose, like just... Ooh, it was intense. Tape's just over, so I'm gonna wrap up the video anyways because I don't have much to say. I'm sorry, the reviews were awful. Really short, but hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. I don't know why you'd want to come back, but if you do decide to come back and watch more, then I'm sorry, you have nothing better to do with your time. I'm out.